are being played, not by an enemy you can see, but by an invisible web woven by those who understand your inherent desire for harmony and respect better than you do. This isn't about obvious lies. It's about subtle leverage. It's about the silent consent you give, the boundaries you allow to be crossed, and the power you unwittingly surrender every single day. The hard truth is, you're often the architect of your own disempowerment. Most men fail because they operate from a position of naive goodwill. They assume reciprocity. They believe that if they are fair, others will be fair. This is a fatal flaw in a world where power dynamics dictate more than you care to admit. You want to be liked. You want to avoid conflict. You prioritize empathy and understanding over ruthless self-preservation. This isn't nobility, it's weakness. It's a mindset that screams target to those adept at the Invisible Trap Manipulators Set. Consider the guilt trip trap. Your partner or friend consistently brings up past favors, sacrifices they've made, or their own struggles, not to seek genuine help, but to create an emotional debt. They might say, "After all I've done for you, you can't even do this one simple thing?" The weak mindset immediately folds. You feel obligated. You internalize their emotional burden as your responsibility. You rationalize their request, even if it violates your time, resources, or principles. This is a direct assault on your autonomy, cloaked in sentimentality. You're not being asked, you're being coerced, and because you fear being labeled selfish or unappreciative, you comply, eroding your own self-respect brick by brick. Another common trap: the passive-aggressive boundary test. Someone consistently pushes against your stated limits, not with overt aggression, but with subtle digs, jokes, or misunderstandings. You say, "I need my weekends clear for family." They then forget and schedule a demanding task for you on a Saturday, feigning surprise when you object. "Oh, I just thought since it was so important, you'd make an exception." The weak mindset explains, justifies, or worse, compromises. You waste energy defending a boundary that should be sacrosanct. You allow their forgetfulness to be your problem. This isn't an oversight, it's a probe. They are testing your resolve, measuring how much they can get away with before you truly push back. Each time you let it slide, you teach them that your boundaries are suggestions, not ironclad rules. This is the victim narrative trap. A manipulator constantly positions themselves as the aggrieved party, the one who always suffers, the one who is misunderstood. Every interaction, every setback, is framed through the lens of their perpetual victimhood. They attract sympathy, resources, and unearned deference. If you challenge them, you become the oppressor. If you disagree, you lack empathy. The weak mindset falls into this easily, believing they must fix or rescue the victim. You pour your energy, advice, and even your own emotional well-being into their bottomless pit of self-pity. You become an emotional crutch, while they skillfully avoid accountability and leverage your good intentions for their own benefit. They drain you dry, not through direct theft, but through the insidious demand for emotional servitude. The solution, the true edge, is a radical shift in perspective. You must stop viewing social interactions as purely emotional exchanges and start seeing them as strategic arenas. Your objective isn't to be liked by everyone. It's to be respected by everyone and feared by those who seek to exploit. This requires emotional detachment and ruthless observation. When someone attempts a guilt trip, don't engage with their emotional plea. Reframe it. "I understand you feel that way, but my commitments are clear." No explanation. No justification. No justification. Just a statement of fact that reinforces your boundary. You are not obligated to manage their emotions. When faced with a passive-aggressive boundary test, do not explain. Do not negotiate. Simply state the consequence. "That won't work. My weekends are reserved. I expect you to respect that in the future." If they persist, this is not a negotiation. The answer is no. Your response must be short, unambiguous, and carry the weight of unwavering resolve. You are not arguing. You are stating terms. You are not seeking permission. You are asserting control. They will quickly learn that pushing your boundaries is met with an immovable wall, not a porous fence. For the victim narrative, withhold your emotional labor. Listen, acknowledge, but do not internalize. Do not offer solutions unless explicitly and genuinely asked. And even then, frame it as their agency, not yours to solve. That sounds difficult. What steps are you planning to take? Shift the accountability back to them. If they continue to wallow, I've listened to your situation. I'm confident you'll find a way forward. Then disengage. You are not their therapist, nor their perpetual savior. Your empathy is a resource, not a vulnerability to be exploited. Preserve it for those who genuinely earn it, not those who demand it through manipulation. This isn't about becoming a cruel or heartless individual. It's about becoming a formidable one. It's about understanding that your power resides in your ability to control your own narrative, your own boundaries, and your own emotional state. Stop being a pawn on someone else's board. Stop seeking external validation. The world doesn't reward niceness, it rewards strength, clarity, and an unshakable sense of self-worth. You have two choices: remain an easy mark, constantly reacting to the invisible traps, or learn to identify the patterns, expose the leverage, and strategically dictate the terms of your own engagement. The choice is yours, but understand this: every moment you delay is another moment you consent to being manipulated. What are you going to do about it?